and welcome to the Dark Gray project. Today we want to talk about Eotech sites. But before we're going to go into the individual stats about each individual site, I would like to discuss a little bit Eotechs and Holosights in general before we end this whole discussion with our recommendations. We want to start this whole thing to clarify one very important thing. Holosights are not red dots. They are projecting the reticle forward, which means you're going to have less parallax, especially at the edges, compared to normal red dots. Now, also very interesting is that the reticle is made out of a lot of small little dots made using lasers. Further on, compared to red dots, you don't have anything red shining into your eyes from the front, which might give away your position at a low light situation. About any further information about this whole technology and all the difference between red dots and holosights, read it up on Wikipedia. Eotechs in general, their sights have no magnification, and they're famous for having a very, very large sight window. Further on, their glass is absolutely clear, because normal red dot sights, even the good ones, have still a slight little tint left, and the fake ones are basically sunglasses. I mentioned before that the reticle, which they're using, is made of a lot of small little dots, and the small center dot is so small that it's only 1 inch at 100 yards, while the circle around it is about 6.5 inches at 10 yards, which is about the size of someone's hat at a close range, which is absolutely perfect. Now, the great thing about this big circle is that it's really fast to acquire a target with. You just need to get this big circle somehow on the chest of a target, pull the trigger, and you're going to hit it. And it's absolutely great and fast. So the lines on the left, right, up or down can easily be used for holdovers. For example, different ranges or if the target is moving. Further on, we would like to mention that the reticle, compared to the fake Eotechs, don't change in size if you move the sight closer to your eye or further away. Further on, what you see is that this is a really tough build. I mean, they made it for the military and law enforcement, so what you can expect. Now, they have different kind of mounting options. They have the screw one, which you can see here, or this one, which is a bit faster. You don't need tools for this one. And they offer QD mount versions. The QD ones are absolutely great because they don't change zero. The screws are always a little bit iffy because if you make it a bit too tight or too loose, it might shift your zero. The zeroing in of Eotech is super easy. What you need primarily is a coin or any kind of similar tool. You can also use your fingernails, but honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. It really is uncomfortable. The numbering system of how Eotech labels the different models is a little bit confusing. So, first of all, the 500 models are the AA battery versions, like those two ones. Now, the 50 means it is night vision compatible, when if it's a 10, it is not night vision compatible. So 550, night vision, 510, not night vision. The third number talks a lot about, or describes the mounting options and on what side the controls are. So 512, like you can see here, is mounted on with a screw, and the controls are on the back. If this same version would be a 516, then the controls would be on the side, like you can see on this other version, and it still has a screw. If it would be a 518, then it would have a QD mount, like this one, plus the controls on the side. Now, the controls on the side are actually really great because you don't need a lot of space here anymore, and you can put anything behind it, like a magnifier. Now, the newer ones, which are using a CR123, the XPS versions, use a different numbering system. Well, they're shorter, running one CR123 battery horizontally. If it says 3, then it is night vision compatible, or like this one, the 2, then it is not night vision compatible. And the E at the beginning, this time they say it there, is talking about the mounting option, which means if it's an E, then it's a QD one. Without one, it is not. Just a screw. Because we're using our real steel sights in airsoft, we always run it with a good protection. This is a custom built one, which we had very, very old one, like 3-4 years old already by now. But by default, we're already recommending the Guns Modify Eotech lens protector. Easy to install and has no distortion. Let's go into the specifics of the 512. This is a non-night vision compatible version which I bought around 2012. It runs with cheap 2 AA batteries and weighs about 327 grams. At that time I didn't really care much that it's not night vision compatible because I never thought I'm gonna run knots. However, it is reasonably priced for about 400, 450, and if you buy it used, it's gonna be even cheaper. The reticle is great, as we talked about before already. Very clear glass, big window, and overall a very, very good all-round optic. Why shouldn't you buy one? Well, look at it. It is a big, gigantic, heavy brick which you put on your rifle. The fact that it's not night vision compatible, not going to bother many people. Not much for me either, because I'm running it primarily on my skirmish gun. And the other problem which all Eotech sights share is the limited battery lifetime of only 600 to 1000 hours, depending on what model, what battery, da. Because it is so limited, they have this automatic turn-off function after 4 to 8 hours, depending on which button you pressed the last time. Is this a big problem? Honestly, I don't think so. I normally adjust my brightness within 4 to 8 hours once or twice anyhow. And this 512 still uses the same old batteries from 2012 because I'm smart enough to turn off my sight using it.